Hi friends, I wasn't even going to make this into a video, but this idea keeps popping up in various areas of my life and I just couldn't ignore it anymore. I need your help, and I think it's a conversation that has to happen. When do you know it's time to let go? I've been reflecting a lot on letting go, surrendering, and fully embracing what's next. It's something that's been coming up for me over and over as I flip through my journals. There is a theme here. I don't even have to flip through these books to see this theme happening. I feel it in the experiences in my everyday. It comes up in talks with my girlfriends, my husband, in therapy sessions, in times when I am gathered in community with other amazing creatives and women who want to be more present and intentional in their lives. As I was watching one of my favorite shows at the end of last year on Apple TV, Shrinking, a song came on that I immediately loved. You know those songs that make you feel seen and you just need to put on repeat? Yeah, this song by Angie McMahon called Letting Go. The lyrics are amazing, and though YouTube won't let me play it here, I have linked it below. Anyway, letting go comes up a lot when I'm reading, listening to podcasts, and of course, creative journaling. I've discovered that letting go is not just a choice, it's a process. But it's not easy. How do we find the courage to release what no longer serves us? I've been asking myself that question a lot. I hope my journey can help shed some light on yours. Through this exploration, I'm learning how to make meaning out of the difficult things that have happened, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I found it's easiest to process when I'm making something with my hands, so I will be sharing this journaling spread with you, but first I have to clear a space. My memory planner is here, and I have a tendency to only have a small area carved out to create. There are some really fun projects in the works that I'll be sharing more about with you very soon. So let's get this desk cleared off and grab a journal. One of the most powerful tools I found for reflecting on this theme of letting go is creative journaling. When words don't seem enough or when my mind feels too cluttered, I turn to my journals and my favorite supplies. I love using these watercolors. This is from my collaboration with American Crafts, and I don't know if there are any more in stock or not, but you can take any watercolors. I've just come to a blank page and I really enjoy the process of making those first initial marks. My comfort zone is using watercolors. I tend to gravitate towards similar colors, and I'm going to challenge myself to not just use blues and greens, which tends to happen on my pages. I'm going to actually mix in some more colors here, but as a base, I'm sticking with just blues. So I'm pulling in this darker shade over here, but I'm going to just make these splotches by tapping on the brush like so. On the right side, it's going to turn out kind of interesting because the paint is still wet on the paper. I'm grabbing my book Paper Play, which has been loved and torn out, and that's the whole logic behind this book, is that you tear papers out to make your own art. So I'm grabbing some things that are just catching my eye, not trying to overthink the process. Ooh, I like that as a texture. And I'm noticing that I'm grabbing a lot of circles lately. It's okay to find the colors or shapes or some kind of theme that resonates with you. I didn't really have any rhyme or reason for choosing these pieces, just that they looked good to me at the moment. I couldn't figure out how to make this piece work, so instead I just grabbed scissors and decided to cut it, even though typically I just tear these things out. But when I spend too much time overthinking, I know that I have to do something else. It's time to switch gears. It's not about making sure that everything is perfect. Remember, progress and process over perfection. While I'm putting these pieces down, I'm imagining the way it's going to be laid out, and I like a little bit of balance between the pages. My tendency is to, oh, that looks kind of cool there. It almost looks like a heart. I like the idea of having balance, but also letting it get a little chaotic. It's okay by me. It's actually kind of comforting. Ooh, I just put that on and it's still wet. While that's drying, I've grabbed my latest sticker book, Heart, Healing, and Happiness. I realized that I had never done a full flip through of this sticker book. It's 30 pages. The first 15 are wood-free paper, and the designs are repeated then on 15 more pages of clear stickers. There's different icons, different phrases, different words, truly magical, all of the above and more, best time ever. And then I realized I wanted to point this out. There's hearts on these ladybugs inspired by a ladybug that landed on me in Hawaii last summer. And so I decided to design that sticker that way because it does exist. Ladybugs can have hearts as spots, and maybe I'll just show you in an upcoming video if you want to see it. I actually have an album in my phone now that's called Little Hearts Everywhere because I've been seeing these beautiful hearts in random places, and it's so fun to be seeing these signs everywhere, or what I like to think of as signs and synchronicities. That little sticker says, infuse lightness and ease. Oh, how wonderful. Be kind to your mind. Steps in the right direction. On the bright path. Whatever. Love a lazy day. These capybaras are here. That's my son's favorite animal. So I had to put those in. Heck yes. So much to be grateful for. Grow through what you go through. Lots of branches, leaves, and stars. Here is where the clear stickers begin. So the designs are the same. And I know a lot of you really appreciate that because you have an opportunity to use the paper ones on some, and then you have the clear stickers as an option too, because it's different situations call for different types of stickers. The sweetest dreams, trust the unfolding, hugs, experience strength and hope, destined realignments, trust, yes, good luck, hummingbirds, flowers, zebra, a moon, a butterfly, pause and play, thumbs up, and then some more cute icons that you've seen. The matte clear stickers are really this wonderful texture. It's like almost yummy. I don't know how else to describe it. Do not eat these stickers. Do not lick them. Do not taste them. But trust me, they feel yummy. There's no other way to describe it. Here's the back. Embrace daily delights. From cheerful quotes to playful illustrations, let these stickers brighten every moment. Now I think the page is mostly dry, so I've grabbed a glue stick and I'm going to commit these pieces of paper onto the background. And I like to use a backer scrap paper. This just happens to be an envelope that is basically junk mail, and I'm going to stick them on here. You could definitely use something else like Mod Podge or Collage Podge, but I prefer just a good old glue stick. This is an Avery glue stick, and I have a ton of these. I recommend stocking up on them and placing them in all kinds of places because they tend to disappear, especially if you have kids like I do. I also keep a glue stick in my purse because you never know, along with little travel scissors, and they've come in handy numerous times. So I want to glue down all these pieces. Make sure that the adhesive is along the edges so there's no lifting. I got a little impatient. It's raining outside, so I can't take this and have it in the sunshine. I also can't find my heat tool, so I'm taking a paper towel and simply placing it down to pick up a little bit of the wet spots, whatever you want to call them. I don't think there's any wrong way to do this. I just grew a little impatient and I think they turned out great. Here's a date stamp. It's just a very inexpensive date stamp that I'm going to use archival ink to stamp onto this page. I don't tend to use dates right away. That's almost like an afterthought to me. But the reason I decided to do the date here is because when I was thinking about letting go, I looked at what was happening right now during this March 13th, 14th time period. And it talks about a blood moon and an eclipse. So I decided that that would be the theme of this because guess what the blood moon signifies? It signifies letting go, a perfect time to let go. So there it is again. I also found this couch to be nice, kind of reminds me of shrinking, and this candle to light the way. Your symbols and things that you use don't have to be so literal, but they can be. It's whatever appeals to you. This dark sticker right here has sort of the same color scheme as the page. So I'm placing it, and this looks kind of all over the place, and I don't have a plan in mind, but I do want to start journaling. This is the Zebra Sarasa clip pen in 0.5, and it is one of my favorite pens. I simply looked up, I basically Googled the significance of a blood moon eclipse, and it says on Marca Lifestyle's website, the first thing that came up was the blood moon eclipses are known for their intense energy, and this one in particular will be an excellent opportunity to let ourselves go with the flow of the universe. So I decided to grab that brush pen, which didn't turn out as prominent as I wanted it to, but I am going with the flow, and I'm going to see how it looks after I'm done with the rest of the quote, which is without trying to control too much of what happens. This is interesting because it's actually where the real work of letting go happens, not just through decision, but through time and reflection of, okay, well, I know that that let go part doesn't stand out enough, so I'm just going to outline it. In the past, I might have gotten frustrated, gotten another pen, gotten another marker, and instead I let go of the need to have it completely figured out and be so in control. I mean, this is a silly example because really this is crafting. It shouldn't be about control. It should be really freeing. This whole process should be fun. You should be able to stick a star right here or feel like you can give yourself a gold star. This is the opportunity to explore those things that you really want to self-reflect on, or maybe even, I don't know, find more joy in creating spreads that light you up. It's a matter of expressing yourself and seeing what comes up and what comes out of it. I love that this house has the same colors as this spread, or very similar colors. And I have an idea. I love that little cluster right there. And I think I want to look for the moon and put something down there. Let's see. This moon, maybe I have the clear version of that moon because that would go so nicely, but I already used it in something else. Oh well. I really don't want to use that brand new sticker pack that I showed you because I think I have 3 of these sticker books already opened in random places. Well, one in the studio, which you're looking at here, definitely one in my car, which I just saw as I closed the door, and then I have one at my house. Steps in the right direction. So I'll put this over here, the clear one, on the bright path. I love that this journey of letting go is just that. It's a journey. It's a process. Sometimes we can't know if we're on the right path. Hopefully we're taking the steps in the right direction. I love this hummingbird so much. And we, like I said, don't know exactly if we're on the right path, but we can choose to be on the bright path. I'm taking these stamps. This is our Words 1 stamp set. And I'm going to grab an acrylic block to mount the stamp. Here is the Ranger Archival ink, and I'm going to smush, 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 I guess, or dab, 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 whatever sound effect you want to attribute to that. And I'm pressing down firmly and lifting straight up. Heck yes. So one thing I did want to say about letting go is that I really have to remember that letting go doesn't mean that I forget about the past or erase the things that have happened. It means that I'm choosing to stop holding on to these things that prevent me from moving forward, from moving and taking the steps in the right direction, from getting on the bright path. So I just spent some time journaling, and it doesn't really make that much sense because I gave myself 5 minutes to finish this journaling, and I was not overthinking it. I was just writing straight from the heart. I encourage you to not worry about full sentences. You can even just have phrases down. There is no wrong way to approach this. I love these little hearts in random places. And because there's 2 there, I want 1 on this right side, maybe over here. So the journaling on the left says, surrendering more than ever before. I believe that freedom is found in the act of letting go. I am reminded that it takes strength and love to just be. I don't need to grip so tightly to ideas or outcomes. I am willing to let go in order to let in so much more than I could have ever imagined. And then I wrote, I am walking myself home. Adding these final little touches, a simple border with a black pen around both pages can really add so much. It frames the whole spread. It kind of grounds it a little bit. I like how simple it looks, but also kind of chaotic. I'm going to grab 1 more of these brush pens and frame this right here because I think it needs to stand out just a little bit more, and I like the spots and hints of yellow. One thing many of you mentioned in my last video is how much you enjoy flip-throughs, and you might remember that I was searching for something in that bin of mini books and journals. Well, I'm happy to report that I found it. It wasn't in that bin, but this is the notebook that I'm flipping through, and I love so much of this. Your contentment. You will recover from this completely and beautifully. A cosmic reset. That was March 21st, 2023. This is a unique and significant time. How do you want to show up? The long and winding roads. I made that into a sticker. Hello, May. This is what I was looking for. Okay, this is the book. It's called Letting Go. And these are notes that I took from this book. I wanted to revisit these notes because there's so many gems in here. It's by David R. Hawkins. I have it linked. It says, Letting Go, the Pathway of Surrender. No matter where we are in life, this book will illuminate a next step. The mechanism of surrender that Dr. Hawkins describes is applicable to the entire inner journey. Oh, I spelled consciousness wrong there. Awareness, spirituality. The letting go of negative emotions means that the person experiences ever-increasing happiness, contentment, peace, and joy. You will become lighter and happier. Who doesn't want that? Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I took 4 pages of notes. I will reread this book and revisit these notes again. So good if you're interested in more of the process of letting go. This is the year that I really woke up with a lot of questions. So one of the questions was, are you making choices that are aligned with your deepest desires and your highest self? I welcome ease, renewal, flow, and lightness, and I am relentlessly in tune with my dreams. Pursuing my passions. Pain will pass. 3 A's, awareness, acceptance, action. Rest, what feels nourishing? Love this little note that my friend Cece wrote in here. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Let that be enough. Huge awakenings. Go deeper into finding your limits. A deep sense of presence and peace. There's great freedom in leaving others to their opinions, and there is a huge weight lifted when you take things less personal. Hey, that could be another step in letting go, right? Getting clear and being the most authentic version of yourself. Oh, look. Right above it, I wrote, deep limiting belief that my worth is dependent upon my productivity. And then at the bottom, I wrote, anything you desire is possible. Your job is to trust and receive. When you're not in lack and busyness, you can access your creativity and become a gift to yourself and the world. All right, friends, what have you been holding on to that you feel it's time to release? And even if you don't know what it is right away, maybe the act of creating and expressing yourself can help bring clarity. Let's start a conversation in the comments. Perhaps sharing will help us all heal and grow. I hope you've enjoyed this journal with me. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks as always for watching, and I hope you feel inspired to get those creative juices flowing. This might be my favorite part of the whole thing. I mean, I like the spread, but this happening right here, ooh, that might be a sticker in the future.